Let's talk about something that most people don't discuss openly, especially as we age: passion, intimacy, and romance. It's easy to think that passion fades as the years go by. But let me tell you something powerful. It doesn't have to. Age is just a number, and feeling truly alive, desired, and connected doesn't expire with time. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, love and intimacy can still be some of the most fulfilling aspects of your life. You deserve to feel that spark, that warmth, and that closeness with your partner. It's not just about physical connection, but emotional and mental intimacy too. Think about it. How often do we hear that romance is for the young? Movies, TV shows, and even society itself seem to push this idea that passion fades as we get older. But the truth is, the need for love and connection doesn't disappear. It just transforms. And it's not just about keeping the flame alive, but reigniting it with a deeper understanding of who you are now and how your relationship has evolved. Maybe you've noticed that things feel a little different than they used to. That's completely natural. Our bodies change, our minds shift, and our priorities evolve. But that doesn't mean passion has to fade into the background. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of encouragement, a bit of care, and a willingness to approach intimacy differently than before. Whether it's emotional closeness, physical touch, or sharing your deepest thoughts with someone who truly knows you, it's all part of what makes love so beautiful at any age. If you're feeling like romance is slipping through your fingers, or you're worried that your best days of passion are behind you, hold on, because we're going to change that mindset. In this video, we're diving deep into what it really means to maintain a passionate, loving relationship after 70. We'll discuss practical steps to rekindle that spark and help you feel more connected to your partner than ever before. First, let's start by talking about something incredibly important: communication. It's the foundation of every healthy relationship, no matter how old you are. But as we age, communication takes on new layers of complexity. You may find that certain topics feel uncomfortable or even off limits. Maybe you don't talk about intimacy as openly as you used to, or perhaps you've gotten so wrapped up in daily routines that deeper conversations rarely happen. The thing is, without communication, passion becomes stagnant. It's not just about talking more, it's about talking honestly. Sit down with your partner and share your feelings openly. It might feel awkward at first, but honesty is the gateway to deeper intimacy. Talk about how you've been feeling, what's on your mind, and what you desire, both emotionally and physically. Encourage your partner to share their thoughts without judgment or interruption. You'll be surprised how much closer you feel when you truly open up. Sometimes, just knowing that your feelings are being heard can reignite a connection that's been lying dormant. Next, let's address one of the most underestimated aspects of romance: physical touch. It's easy to think that intimacy only means one thing, but it doesn't have to. Holding hands, giving a warm hug, or simply sitting close while watching a movie can make a world of difference. Physical touch releases oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which fosters bonding and closeness. Make it a habit to touch your partner affectionately, even if it's something as simple as brushing their hand while you're chatting. These small gestures build a sense of security and warmth, reminding both of you that your connection is still strong and valued. And don't underestimate the power of a little bit of spontaneity. As we age, we often get stuck in our routines: dinner at the same time, TV at the same time, and bedtime at the same time. While routines provide comfort, they can also make life feel predictable and even monotonous. Break the cycle now and then. Try something new together, maybe a different restaurant, a stroll in a park you've never visited, or even a small dance in the living room to your favorite song. Embracing spontaneity doesn't have to be grand or complicated. It's about breaking the monotony and inviting excitement back into your relationship. You might feel like your appearance isn't what it once was, and that's okay. Everyone ages, and confidence doesn't come from looking the way you did at 20. It comes from embracing who you are now. Show yourself some kindness and dress up for no reason other than to feel good. Put on that outfit that makes you smile when you see yourself in the mirror, and remember that confidence is one of the most attractive qualities you can have. When you feel good about yourself, it radiates outward, and your partner will notice the difference. But it's not just about how you present yourself physically, it's also about your mindset. Passion and attention and care, just as much now as it did decades ago. Sometimes the smallest changes can make the biggest impact, like choosing to compliment your partner more often, making time for little surprises, or even expressing gratitude for their presence in your life. Love after 70 is not about recapturing what once was. It's about celebrating what is now. It's about honoring the journey you've been on and cherishing the depth of connection that only comes from years of shared experiences. Passion can look different at this stage, but that doesn't make it any less beautiful or fulfilling. You just need to embrace it from a place of acceptance and openness. As we continue, we'll dive deeper into how to keep that spark alive and strengthen the bond between you and your partner. Stay with me because we're just getting started, and there's so much more to explore on this journey toward passionate romance at any age. Great. Let's keep the momentum going. Now that we've laid the foundation by emphasizing communication, physical touch, spontaneity, self-confidence, and playfulness, let's dive even deeper into reigniting that passionate romance after 70. One of the most overlooked aspects of maintaining intimacy and connection at this stage of life is making intentional time for each other. Life can get busy, even in retirement, with family obligations, health appointments, and just the day-to-day routines that seem to fill up our schedules without us even noticing. But here's the truth. Passion doesn't thrive on autopilot. It needs nurturing and dedication. One of the most meaningful things you can do for your relationship is to set aside dedicated time just for the two of you. Whether it's a weekly date night, a quiet morning coffee ritual, or even a short evening walk together, make it non-negotiable. This time isn't just about being together physically, but about being emotionally present. Leave the distractions behind. Turn off the TV, put down the phone, and focus on each other. Think back to when you first fell in love. Remember those long conversations that seemed to last forever? You were curious about each other's thoughts, dreams, and feelings. Try to bring some of that curiosity back. Ask each other open-ended questions, share stories from your past, or even discuss your dreams for the future. Just because you've known each other for decades doesn't mean there isn't more to discover. Rediscovering each other can feel refreshing and rekindle that sense of excitement. Let's talk about another powerful way to keep passion alive: showing appreciation. It might sound simple, but it's incredibly impactful. As time goes on, it's easy to take each other for granted. Maybe your partner makes your morning coffee just the way you like it, or always remembers to lock up before bed. These little acts of love can become so routine that they go unnoticed. Start making a conscious effort to express your gratitude, whether it's a heartfelt compliment, a sincere thank you, or even just a gentle touch when they do something thoughtful. And it's not just about appreciating the big things. Acknowledge the small, everyday gestures too. Tell your partner that you still find them beautiful, that you're grateful for their support, or that you admire how strong they've been through life's challenges. These words might seem small, but they have a profound impact on how connected you feel to each other. Now, let's address a topic that many feel hesitant to talk about: physical intimacy. It's normal for things to change as we age, and that's okay. Your needs and desires might look different now than they did years ago, and there's no shame in that. The key is to embrace where you are now, both physically and emotionally. Communication plays a big role here. Being open and honest about your feelings and preferences helps build trust and comfort. If intimacy has become a bit challenging, it might help to rethink what it means altogether. Intimacy doesn't have to follow the same script it did when you were younger. It can be as simple as sharing a warm embrace, holding each other close while reminiscing, or even giving a gentle massage to relax and connect. Focus on touch and closeness without putting pressure on yourselves to meet any expectations. Enjoy the comfort of being with someone who knows you so well and loves you for exactly who you are. Sometimes it's helpful to add a touch of novelty to your relationship too. Trying new activities together can break the monotony and inject a sense of adventure into your lives. Maybe it's taking a dance class, learning a new hobby, or planning a small weekend getaway. Sharing new experiences not only strengthens your bond, but also reminds you that life is still full of exciting possibilities. Let's not forget about the power of laughter. Sharing a laugh can be one of the most intimate experiences you have as a couple. Watch a comedy movie together, tell a funny story from your past, or just let yourselves be a little silly. Laughter releases endorphins and naturally makes you feel closer. Plus, it lightens the atmosphere and reminds you that love doesn't always have to be serious or formal. It can be playful and lighthearted too. Now, you might be wondering about maintaining romance when health challenges come into play. Maybe mobility isn't what it used to be, or you're dealing with chronic pain or other limitations. That's okay. Adaptation is key. Focus on what you can do rather than what you can't. Maybe you can't dance like you used to, but you can sway slowly in the kitchen while your favorite song plays. Maybe long walks aren't feasible, but sitting outside, holding hands and talking about your day still brings you closer. Support each other through the challenges, and be compassionate when things don't go as planned. Showing kindness and patience builds trust and deepens your connection. Your partner needs to know that they're loved and valued no matter what, and you deserve that same reassurance in return. Another important aspect of rekindling passion after 70 is maintaining your own sense of self. Don't lose sight of who you are as an individual. Engage in activities that make you feel vibrant and fulfilled, whether it's gardening, painting, or volunteering. Taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally, makes you feel more confident and brings positive energy into your relationship. When you're feeling good about yourself, it naturally reflects in how you interact with your partner. Lastly, give yourselves permission to be vulnerable. Sometimes, pride can get in the way of admitting that you want more affection or that you're feeling a bit lonely. Let your partner know how you feel and encourage them to share too. Being vulnerable is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of trust and openness. When you're willing to be real with each other, it deepens your emotional bond and fosters a sense of safety within the relationship. As we continue, we'll explore even more ways to keep that spark alive, including practical tips for maintaining both emotional and physical connection despite the challenges that aging can bring. Stay tuned. There's so much more to uncover on this journey to lifelong passion and romance. Awesome. Let's wrap this up with an uplifting and empowering conclusion. Remember, age is just a number. It doesn't define your ability to love deeply, connect intimately, or share passionate moments with your partner. It's never too late to reignite that spark or to create new memories filled with joy, laughter, and closeness. You've spent decades building a relationship, facing life's challenges together, and growing side by side. Don't let the passing years make you feel that passion is something reserved for the younger days. One of the most beautiful things about love in later years is that it's built on a foundation of shared experiences and deep understanding. You've seen each other at your best and your worst, and that familiarity can either feel comforting or mundane, depending on how you choose to approach it. It's entirely up to you to keep your relationship vibrant and full of life. Take pride in the wisdom and maturity you've gained, and use it to nurture a love that's resilient and enduring. Here's something important to remember. Being intentional about your relationship doesn't mean forcing something that feels unnatural or artificial. It's about paying attention to the small details, staying curious about each other, and being willing to grow and adapt together. Whether it's holding hands during a walk, planning a surprise date night, or just whispering "I love you" when it's least expected. These small gestures remind your partner that they are valued and cherished. And don't shy away from conversations about physical intimacy. It's natural to experience changes in your body and desires as you age, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on intimacy altogether. Instead, look for ways to adapt and rediscover your connection. Sometimes it's as simple as being close, snuggling on the couch, or sharing a lingering kiss before bed. Make intimacy about comfort, closeness, and feeling loved, rather than trying to live up to past expectations. Maintaining a sense of humor about aging is also vital. Laugh together about the little things that might not work quite the way they used to. Humor keeps the spirit light and reminds you not to take life too seriously. Plus, it builds a sense of camaraderie. You're both in this journey together, and laughing along the way makes it much more enjoyable. Taking care of your own well-being plays a crucial role in maintaining passion as well. When you feel good physically and emotionally, it's easier to show up for your partner with energy and enthusiasm. Stay active, eat well, and prioritize your mental health. Find hobbies and activities that make you feel alive and confident, because a happy and fulfilled partner is naturally more loving and attentive. And finally, don't be afraid to dream together. Even after 70, there's still room to create new goals, plan new adventures, and support each other's aspirations. Whether it's a bucket list vacation, learning a new skill together, or simply setting goals to improve your health and happiness, dreaming together strengthens your bond and gives you something to look forward to. Your relationship is a living, breathing entity that needs nourishment, care, and attention. The effort you put in will pay off in the form of deeper connection, lasting intimacy, and a sense of companionship that continues to thrive no matter your age. Love doesn't stop growing unless you stop feeding it. So keep investing in each other with patience, kindness, and a willingness to adapt. Before we wrap up, take a moment to think about your relationship. What little thing can you do today to show your partner how much they mean to you? Whether it's a simple compliment, a gentle touch, or planning a surprise just because, these small acts of love are the seeds that keep romance alive. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Wisdom Philosophy for more empowering content to help you thrive at any age. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you keep passion alive in your relationship? We'd love to hear your wisdom and experiences. Here's to living your best, most passionate life, because love truly knows no age.